Salutations everyone, this is Razor the Casual Gamer giving you some gameplay with the golden MK46 light machine gun here on the map Fallen. You know I love my Fallen, and you know I love my light machine guns even better when they're dipped in gold, because the LMGs are not heavy enough, so I decided to pimp this puppy out by covering him in 24 karat goodness, and so I'm running even slower. So yeah, using the extended mags and the red dot, and I'm going to explain that in a little bit. Well, I guess I'll just explain it now. With the attachments with the LMG is it's pretty crucial. You're never going to want to run, you know, a naked LMG, because you're going to be you're already at a disadvantage using a light machine gun, because you know for some reason Infinity Ward decided to nerf the light machine guns right out of the box by implementing, for the first time ever in Call of Duty, they took away the damage drop-off advantage that the LMG had. If you didn't know, for light machine guns throughout the Call of Duty franchise, the damage that the light machine guns have done has been the same no matter what the range is. So at point blank and then 200 yards away, it'll do the same damage, whereas like the assault rifles, you know, SMGs, shotguns, and pistols, you know, every, you know, sniper rifle, every single other gun in the game, they've had damage drop-offs, you know, so they didn't do as much damage at long range than they did at close range. But for the LMGs, this didn't used to be the case. It used to do the same damage at any range. Well, in Modern Warfare 3, they changed that. They thought, I guess, you know, in their logic, they thought the light machine guns will be too overpowered, because that's something we have to be worried about in a Call of Duty game. A light machine gun that is really good, because there's so many of those. And it's, you know, such a problem. You see so many noobs use these light machine guns consistently. But when it comes to the attachments, with the MK46 in particular, you have quite the variety to choose from. If you're not a big fan of the recoil of this gun, putting on kick and a grip is a great way to go. You can't go wrong there. Iron sights are pretty good. But if you feel like you're, you know, chipping yourself by just giving yourself a little less reduced recoil, and maybe you're not very accurate, even with that combination, this is a combo that the one I'm using right now is rather good. Extended mags and red dot. I feel like if you're not using kick and grip, then the recoil is going to be a problem, and the iron sights bouncing around and the flash of the muzzle, you're definitely going to want a red dot to keep your shots real precise, and you know, keep them on target. So as you can see with the red dot, and I don't have, you know, there's a lot of recoil. I mean, it's a light machine gun after all, but you know, it's still manageable on this gun with the red dots. And you know, maybe you wanted to go grip in a red dot. That's a nice choice. It's not one I particularly use, but the reason I'm using the extended mags, I know a lot of people might think extended mags on a light machine gun makes no sense because it already has a lot of ammunition. You don't really need to reload as much, but as you can tell, I mean, I do have this gun gold, so I have used it a lot, so I can tell you, after using this gun a lot and using it with and without extended mags, I really like having extended mags on this weapon, because, you know, I'll never have to worry about reloading, which is especially crucial since this is a belt-fed light machine gun, and the reloads, as you know, take forever. So with this, you'll hardly ever need to reload, and you'll never run low on ammo, because extended mags does give you a little extra ammunition. As you can see, I got, you know, the entire clip filled up, and I still have 150 in reserve, and I'm not even using scavenger. As you know, I like rocking recon, hardline, and stalker when it comes to my light machine guns, and so I find a lot of success with this. Another great attachment combination with this light machine gun in particular is grip and thermal. I know you might be thinking, that sounds really weird, Razor, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, for one reason or another, if you put on grip and thermal on the MK46, it has almost zero recoil. It's actually really awesome. And you can nail people at extremely long ranges while still holding down the trigger and not having worried about a lot of recoil. because for some reason when you put those two together, it doesn't have a lot, which is pretty nice, except for the fact that 99.46% of players use Assassin exclusively, and the Assassin doesn't have you show up on the thermal, which is a shame when you think that, you know, this combination is pretty lethal and that, you know, it reduces recoil a lot for some reason. But it's a good combination nonetheless if you find that, you know, not a lot of people are using Assassin in the lobby, or if you feel like you don't have a lot of trouble getting kills when you can't see them on the thermal. I mean, you can still see them pretty decently actually, and with no recoil, well, virtually no recoil, it you know, it helps out a lot. But it's just it's kind of annoying when no one shows up in an entire lobby, or, you know, only one guy shows up with the scope. So, you know, and I'm not a big fan of the thermal overall. It's just kind of nice that this combo gives you very little recoil. So if that interests you, that's another good combination to go with. And another one that I like is rapid fire and red dot. If you don't know, the light machine guns have rapid fire, which honestly I didn't know until I got it on this weapon, and I should have won that gunfight in all honesty. But rapid fire and is going to increase the recoil, so I definitely recommend a red dot to go with that. If you put on kick or grip, it's not going to help as much in my opinion, and if slapping on a red dot to help control the extra recoil. But rapid fire is definitely a very decent way to go. You will run out of ammo more often, but maybe if that's not a big problem for you, then that might be a way to go. So that's the end of the game. Final score is 27-5-7 with the golden MK46 here on Fallen. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave your comments below, and I will see you guys later. And follow me on Twitter, because I tweet things.